Alright guys, here we go, episode 181 of the Subscriber Dynasty. I had a bye week this week, so no gameplay footage from me, but I am going to show some of the conference standings and stuff like that this year, or so far after we advance it into week 9, because I think that would be whenever we finally see some of the BCS rankings. So let's see how everybody else did this week. North Carolina didn't get their game in. Mark sent me a message saying he wasn't able to get his game in, which is perfectly fine. It's okay. He let me know. And it's all good. So gonna have to skip past him. West Virginia ends up winning 79-27. Nebraska ends up losing, wow, to Packers Rogers 37-17. Missouri ends up winning 48-24. Ole Miss wins 25-22. Boise State ends up winning 84-14. Louisville ends up winning 22-19. LSU ends up winning 38-21. Mid-Tennessee State ends up winning 37-17. If you want to see the Tennessee game, make sure you go check out the Italians channel. That way you can get some gameplay footage this week. He had a game, so make sure you go check that out. I want to point out something. Boise State's undefeated, as far as I know. Number 3 in the nation. He put up 87 points, even with the updated sliders and all that. West Virginia, undefeated. Number 2 in the nation, put up 79 points. So they might be a good match for each other if it comes down to it for the national championship. So looking forward to that, but we're going to advance it real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, just going to know with the advance, I played against Washington this week. It was going to be my last user game, except for Conference Championship, but he ended up dropping out. So, play against computer this week. Hopefully we can get the win and continue on with our domination of the Pac-12. Now, as far as everybody else, North Carolina plays Virginia Tech. West Virginia plays Oklahoma. Nebraska plays Wisconsin. Missouri plays South Carolina. Ole Miss plays Arkansas. Boise State plays Fresno State. Louisville plays Florida State. LSU plays Notre Dame. Mid-Tennessee State plays Rice. And Tennessee plays Alabama. Alabama's 6-1 and they're number 20. Golly. That's crazy. I did see that we have a new number 1. We got West Virginia number 1, Boise State number 2. I'm number 3. So I'm interested to see what happened there. I kind of heard on Twitter potentially something happened from one of the guys in the Dynasty. So number 1 did lose. So Ohio State lost. Number 4 lost. We have Army's probably going to leapfrog me because they are undefeated. Army undefeated. But look at that 4-star caliber team, 7-0. They're looking pretty good, man. They're looking pretty good. But we got 1, 2, 3. Still got 4 of the users in the top 10. Missouri is sitting right there. He jumped a long ways after beating Auburn. Mid-Tennessee State went from unranked to ranked. And then LSU is also ranked. Anybody else close? Washington would be if he was still in it. Tennessee flying up there. He's getting up there pretty good now. Let's see, BCS finally. BCS, the one that really matters right now. It is between the users. Of course, the 2 undefeated teams more than likely have the best shot at it. Just because that's, I mean, nothing around that. Army does have a chance to kind of leapfrog and potentially take over one of those spots, but we'll see. I'm sitting at number 3 against Army as of right now. But like I said, that could definitely change, especially Illinois also, but I would assume they lose to Nebraska over there in the Big Ten. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Liking how it's looking overall. Everybody doing all right. Let's check out some of the conference standings, see what's going on there. I said I would do that this episode since we didn't have any gameplay footage. As of right now, I don't know why the Pac-12 is like backwards, but in the North, it's Cal, which I think we've already beat this year. And we're going to play Washington, so that's a good shot to beat them. And then Oregon. I mean, Oregon State, Stanford. They're not doing so hot. Pac-12 North not looking good. Pac-12 South, it's better. It's better, but it's still anybody's ball game, man. If I lose to the computer in one of these games, it could definitely turn around. But right now, it's between me and Cal. I play Arizona on my last regular season game of the year, so maybe they'll end up losing. SEC, Louisville's got it locked up over there. Missouri, Tennessee. Tennessee's fighting their way back. South Carolina can keep losing. Then Missouri can have a shot against LSU more than likely, unless Ole Miss battles up there and gets the win and takes over the SEC Sun Belt. Anybody? Didn't think so. ACC, the old NC State team used to be a user, not anymore. Louisville had a couple of hardships, but he's still fighting. He still has a chance. Not anybody who's super like has that locked down. Same thing for North Carolina. As long as Georgia Tech loses a couple, he's got a shot. In the American, I don't think we have anybody over there either. No and no. Big 12, West Virginia's probably got that locked up. I think his biggest competition was going to be the Oklahoma State team, but they've lost 2 in conference. Started off really good, but just can't keep up with everybody else. In the Big 10, Illinois and Nebraska. I think Nebraska's just went over there by himself now. And they're both in the same conference. They're going to have to play each other before long. So here it's going to be a doozy. Should be able to get that win, though. Conference USA, I think Mid-Tennessee State's the only one over there. So he's going to have that locked up. And playing against Rice more than likely, unless something changes. Independence, of course. Army, BYU, they're all doing really good. Independence tearing it up, man. In the MAC, nobody over there. I would have been, but people don't want to see Northern Illinois all the time. They want to see competition, because that's who I would be. Mountain West, Boise State, and Air Force. Uh-oh. They're going to have to play each other. That's going to be a good game right there. Interested to see how that game turns out. And then back to the Pac-12. Now, Hammer Animation said, have you ever thought about moving teams around at all? Maybe like a dominant Boise State to the Big 12 or Pac-12, or Army, who's doing pretty good, to the ACC or something. Said, I would imagine that by now, like referencing the year we are in the Dynasty, which 2018. He said by now, I would assume the Big 12 would have a championship, or maybe a team or two that fits the Big 12 would move. And it's crossed my mind, but it's not something that I'm looking to do. It's one of those, I like to keep it as much as real life as possible. Now, if something comes out and changes, that's fine. But I don't want to move anybody around drastically, you know what I mean? I want to kind of keep it how it is. Check out the Heisman Watch. See what's going on there. We got Nebraska, Army, Oregon, BYU, and Penn State. Penn State coming up there. I got Jennings fell off. He had a couple of rough games. And it wasn't working out so well. I think we're gonna save some of the season stats and stuff for the end of the year, when like week 15, when I don't have a game or something like that. I'll show that because it's gonna be a better understanding of where everybody's sitting at. But other than that, man, we're good to go. We are rolling. we're looking pretty good. I still got to get the last person into the Dynasty to get us back up to 12. The person I messaged didn't respond back, and I've been gone all weekend. So I need to get back on that and get the list, and get the Dynasty back full again. Because it had been mentioned to like reset it, but as of right now, a lot of people just switch schools or something like that. So maybe not right now. Maybe later. But it's not looking like something we're gonna do here anytime soon. Because it was Ole Miss. He said because there's no like none of the players' names match what happens in real life. Like there's no like all those kids are gone. Like you can't follow along in real life, which I get, but that's the part of the Dynasty is you got to build up. It's going to take years. Like was it 3 years ahead, 3 or 4 years ahead of where we are in real life. So it's just the way it goes, man. It's part of it, but we'll see. I'll get with the guys eventually, maybe after next season or after this season, and see what they think. Not after next season, because I want to finish this one and do one more. Because like I said, I'm looking forward to my Arizona State team. We've been building up really good, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But as of right now, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.